Luke, I love these Anderson windows. Low emisticity, argon gas, and what do you call the seal around the window again?
Hermetically sealed.
Hermetic, I love that word. It's a big word. I love it.
You're telling me there can be 85 of these at the Breckenridge?
85 of these. I love these
Holy
Anderson
cow,
windows.
wow.
Strength of the wood, but vinyl free.
I mean, those are great samples, but I think we have some even better things here. We have these awesome books from Anderson that go over architectural styles and how the window color has to do with the style.
Look at this Craftsman bungalow home. You'll see some of this like window style out at the Breckenridge.
These are such a great visual, and we've used these a lot with clients so that they can really hone in on their style.
Absolutely. All of the awesome colors.
Oh, wait. Kayla, you told me I only got 2 colors to pick on these Anderson windows. I found more.
Yeah, you
guys, hold on. Ready? Boom!
Oh,
there's your color scheme.
You can. If you get the E series, you got all of these options. So Anderson has lots of different series options, but those are some interesting colors. I don't know if I'd pick a few of those.
I like the green.
All right, guess what, guys? We better start talking about the color and also lighting today. So welcome to another episode of Between the Studs. And we're going to talk further on the process of building this amazing, spectacular Breckenridge Lodge over in Simon Lake Estates.
And today we want to talk about 2 important design components that affect both the inside and the outside of a new home, and that is lighting and color.
And when we're talking about lighting, we mean natural light through windows and artificial light through fixtures.
We're here on the back veranda of our very popular home, the Monaco, off of Coldwater Road in Shadow Creek.
And it was just a little over 2 years ago that we were sitting down making these same decisions about color and lighting on this house, but now we're having to make those decisions on our brand new luxury model, that Breckenridge Lodge.
And the exterior color and the window placement is just so critical to everything, just like what it here is at the Monaco.
And our final goal in every home that we build is to make it aesthetically pleasing, and we want it to appeal to the masses. We call this visual literacy, or just great design.
And at the Monaco here, we used a lot of earth-rich tones in our color scheme here, a lot of natural wood accents like you can see above us on these natural beams, the earthy stone colors, and it was built to harmonize with our surroundings and to blend into nature here, because we have that in spades at this lot.
And these great exterior design principles are the same ones we used on the front elevation of this Monaco. We're going to be using a lot of these same principles, so watch for them as we do the Breckenridge Lodge.
Yeah, and for now we really want to explain these correct architectural principles and really hone in on what it means for that correct window placement.
And many say the windows are the most important design principle. They kind of set the mood of the home and also the style of the home. And also, if you think about it, they affect both the inside and the outside.
That's true.
It's so true. If you're designing your home with just the interior in mind, where you want your windows, the exterior facade can definitely suffer. Now, when you're placing the design of your windows for interior and exterior, it can be a little bit challenging, but it's very important to get that right.
And that's when you just go back to the basic design principles. Scale, rhythm, row, how they all come together to make it all just work well, both inside and out.
Creating patterns and visual accents and interests with windows really helps to define the front. It also is very important when it comes to rhythm and proportion for the exterior.
Yeah, for example, look at the Monaco as we show you this, and you will see this placement is almost perfect. Look at the size, the weight, the type, and even the color. Everything is perfectly coordinated.
Today, the window options out there are staggering, and it's really important to know which style of window goes with your architectural style.
And Kayla, look at all these colors as we just said. They are staggering. Yep.
That's why we say at Granite Ridge Builders, don't do it alone. Use our design team. They are amazing.
But all that being considered, we want to get together and talk a little bit more about, again, lighting and color. So guys, let's go ahead and open up. Let's go. All right,
let's do this.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom home builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We've been building custom homes for more than 2.5 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and expert tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Okay, the best part of this house has got to be the outdoor living on the outside. We have a pool, you guys.
I know.
Oh my gosh, and the outdoor bar area.
It's gonna be awesome.
Can you
the
guys
lodge
believe
style.
that yoke is like over 150 years old? That's how they used to clear all that field out there at Simon.
Unbelievable.
Hook up 2 ox or mules or horses on that.
Where was the John Deere's at?
Right, yeah.
Hey, I found a tax bill from 1858.
What?
All that land, all those hundreds of acres, we're talking a tax bill.
All right.
$6.58.
That's unbelievable. All right, that's all interesting, but we've got to go ahead and open up. Welcome back. We have been talking about a really, really fun thing for us, and that's the process of building this amazing Breckenridge Lodge over at Simon Lake Estates, right off of 3, just a couple miles north of Huntertown.
Yeah, and we've got the land cleared, we've got the pad established for where this is going to be, and guys, I am so excited. We're literally days away from starting this house.
There's a lot going on out there, guys.
Did I see some pictures of a big, massive bucket and this little girl called Oakland in the middle of the bucket?
Yep, we took Oakland out last weekend, and we had her walk on the excavator track and get in the bucket, and it just puts into perspective how much dirt they are actually moving out there to turn this into.
Ronnie's favorite thing is sitting in trucks. You know that.
Yeah.
But you saw some of these are bigger than I've ever seen.
Oh, the tires are bigger than most trucks.
Yeah,
we
it
drive.
really is.
Yeah.
So we should have that lots and everything in what, next week?
Yeah, we're,
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
They're cutting in streets already, so
Yep.
there's a lot happening out
Cool.
there. Yeah.
So cool.
Well, we're out here at the Monaco. This is where you find me most of the time. And you're thinking, no, you're not at the Monaco. This is not what the Monaco looks like. See what I've done to the third bay.
What you've done?
Anybody buying that?
I want you to
No.
see what
Okay.
Charity oversaw
That's right.
supervised being
No,
done.
Luke's guys did this actually. We are giving you a sneak peek of what the Breckenridge Lodge is going to look like out here at the Monaco. So if you haven't been out here, or even if you've been here before, you have got to get
Yes.
out here now and check this out.
Well, in today's show, we're going to be talking about how lighting affects our design of our homes. We're talking about day lighting through windows. We're talking artificial lighting when it comes to light fixtures and can lighting, especially in our new Breckenridge Lodge model home.
And listen, you cannot do something like that alone. It is so complex, both the design process and the lighting. So you really need a great design team when you're doing something of that stature.
So we're calling this space the mini Breck, right, guys? So to put it in perspective, yes, we are. Yes, we are. It's already locked in. So to put in perspective, what we're working on out there in the Breckenridge Lodge, the main living space has 5,148 square feet.
And that means it is 85 of those beautiful Anderson windows.
The auxiliary carriage retreat home has 2,505 square feet. The 6+ car garage with 14-foot ceilings has 2,644 square feet, plus 2,126 square feet of covered outdoor living area for a grand total of 11,822 square feet.
And our decorators had to they had to decorate every inch of that.
Big footprint.
And that means that there's 85 windows, Anderson windows, that have to be properly placed within this house to make sure it looks good on outside and inside of the home.
So for the remainder of this show, we're going to talk about how the design came into play and the complexity when it comes just to color, also artificial lighting, and then of course the natural lighting of this magnificent new model home, the Breckenridge.
And like Tony said, when we think about windows, we do have to think about the outside as well as the inside. It's like the only design component that really affects both.
And a lot of people don't think about the inside. And technically, the inside can drastically affect the floor plan itself. You might have to move this. And it also really affects the furniture placement for our design team. So it really is very, very important on both ends of that window.
Well, besides the placement of window, it's really important to think about the size of window or windows and how that can affect the colors in your rooms.
Yeah, when we were designing the floor plan for the Breckenridge Lodge, we spent a lot of time talking about each of those 85 windows and how that natural light was going to pour in, how the morning sun, the evening sun, and if it faced east, west, south, or what's the other one? North, yeah.
You know, a lot of people really don't think about that, though. It does change the light on the inside. And Kayla's been talking about that for a long time.
And that changes where you put your TV, because you don't want that glare going on when you're doing that. And now we're talking about borrowed light. You know, where it is with the windows in this room, how it affects it over here. Another big fancy name for that is juxtaposition.
Yeah, so juxtaposition and borrowed light are what happens when multiple colors come together to create a different color, which apparently, according to Kayla, is very important. It can change the mood of your room and all sorts of stuff.
You know about that, right, Luke?
What do you think? Yeah.
I don't know, it all looks great to me.
As important and complicated as all this natural light sounds, it doesn't even take into account one of the most important things we're talking about, and that's artificial lighting.
Oh, sure.
Artificial lighting is one of those components that's so easily to take for granted, or so easy to take for granted. And if you want to see a good example of the right lights in the right locations, visit the Monaco. It will light up your life.
I love it when you talk about me like that.
That was good, Charity.
Oh, I need more coffee for this.
You know what, today though, it really does take an expert or even an expert team to light up a home. We call that the right light. And if you think about it, Kayla, there are thousands and thousands of different fixtures now and light bulbs, whatever. There's so many different choices today.
There are a lot of choices that we need to think through. So we're talking about can lighting, decorative lighting, there's floodlights and fans, there's, we could talk about the Kelvin temperature, the
Lions and tigers
the
and
colors,
bears, oh my.
exactly, so many different things. Not to mention that there's probably a million different kinds of styles of fixtures.
All of these different light fixtures and types of bulbs need to be placed in rooms based on how you're going to use it, how you're going to use different lights in each different room.
And when it came to the Breckenridge, we had to change courses a little bit because we needed to think about warm and comfy. So the lights in the Breckenridge are going to be much different than what we find here at the Monaco.
And the designers used their combined knowledge when it came to artificial lighting, natural lighting with windows, and color choices to make every room in this home is magnificent. Now, you know, you can go from room to room and the colors look different. So they've done a fantastic job to make this flow perfectly.
Now let's talk about the most important design element, and that is color. I know. I personally think it's the most overrated, but
Wait, a lot of
He's
people really
colorblind.
Yeah, they don't
Colorblind.
Yeah. So which color are you there actually?
so I'm a red-green colorblind. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are watching this that can relate. So
Christmas is rough.
yeah, I know. Christmas.
And a stoplight.
Stoplights. Yeah. If you see me on a road, better watch out. So it is said though that color is the most important. The reason that is because it is the factor when you walk into a home, the color will be the lasting impression that you'll remember about that home.
Okay, now let's do this. Let's talk about some of the color choices that were made on the Breckenridge before we break off and get real specific, okay?
So what you're going to be seeing when you go to this Breckenridge home is going to be some earth tones, earthy colors like some browns and deep greens. I love that we're going to be able to tie in nature sort of elements. We're looking at creams and tans with a little bit of movement.
We've also got some rugged handcrafted aesthetics. We've also got some greens and some terracotta colors. We're also using some knotty maple and other really textured wood.
No white. Can you believe it? No white. We are so used to white. There will not be white. We're going to have hides and leather textures, deep stains and woods. So a lot of just rich, as you can see right here, rich textures.
You know what, Elizabeth? I remember when somebody put leather on handrails.
Yeah,
that was
crazy
really, really
person.
big about, that about 10, 15 years ago.
I know the homeowners and they love it.
Okay, guys, let's go see some of these specific examples.
Oh, there's so much to talk about. Every single room.
All right, Kayla, we're sitting here in the mini Breck. We're gonna
Mini Breck, is that what we're calling it?
We're doing it. It's
Okay,
already
all
the
right.
mini Breck. It's decided.
All right.
So we're sitting here in the mini Breck. That's
Okay.
what it is
Okay,
now.
all right.
So we're going through some of your selections, some of your designs that you have for the Breckenridge over there.
Yes.
So as I've been out playing in the dirt, working on the development side of things, you've been working countless hours coming up with some of the selections and the designs for the Breckenridge.
Yep.
So let's start with the kitchen. What was your inspiration there, and what were you going for as you were designing this?
So it's kind of interesting because we're talking about lighting and color. In the kitchen, we're going with a lot of dark colors. So this is our countertop. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Really excited about that.
I love
and
this.
we're pairing that with a lot of dark cabinetry, almost blacks with maybe some wear-throughs, some really cool things like that, and stone, lots of stone accents in there. Now, interestingly enough, we have no natural light. So we're talking color and lighting. Natural lighting is really important to brighten a space up. And I just said we're doing a lot of dark colors. So we're gonna have to make sure our fixtures are on point for the kitchen. And we have lots of can lights, maybe even some sconces around, under cabinet lights, above cabinet lights. That way we get enough really great lighting to light all of our dark, moody, really rich colors and make that space still feel really bright for a kitchen area.
Okay, so now that we've got the kitchen selections talked about here a little bit, let's make our way into the primary bathroom to start. What were you going for there, and what design selections did you go with there?
I love the primary, and I'm telling you, it's actually the complete opposite of what I just talked about with the kitchen. In this space, we're gonna have a lot of natural light. We're gonna have lighting in the bathroom, the primary, and the sitting room, all surrounding us, so that way it's nice and bright, and we're doing a lot of light colors. So if you look over on the display there, we have lots of natural elements, so that rocks, we have textures. We're really trying to get a lot of great textures. We have what looks kind of like a travertine floor with the pebbles in the shower, some grays, all of those things. We have wallpaper we're going to be doing in the closet, lots of lighting in the closet as well. But brightening that up so it's a warm, cozy feeling when you go in there. And again, lots of natural wood selections, more of the blondes and creams and grays going on in there. So again, complete opposite of the kitchen, but we're really trying to make sure that natural lighting and those light colors make you feel very light and airy in still a very cozy way.
Yeah. You know, I just can't wrap my head around this. You say you have all these dark colors and you have no natural light coming in. I'm really excited to see this is what you do, so obviously it's going to work out. But I'm really excited to see how all of your light fixtures, your artificial light, is going to lighten up those spaces.
Yeah, so in a lot of with a lodge style home, we're doing metals. So lots of oil rub bronze and blacks. And in some spaces, we're probably, like I said, the primary maybe, or even the great room kind of spaces. I mean, it's a lodge, so you might even be getting some natural wood type fixtures, maybe even some antlers, and the carriage house would be kind of cool.
Yeah, there we go.
I love those kind of light fixtures. Now, one last space I want to talk about, because we have to, there's so many other spaces to talk about. Again, wallpaper is a huge trend in small spaces, and the half bath is going to be amazing. We're going to have a really cool wallpaper to really go with this lodge theme. Beautiful countertop with these creams, all this wonderful movement, even some terracotta colors in there. But look at this. This is a leather tile that we're gonna have as an accent wall in there. How cool is this? Again, those rich browns and fun colors that go with something like this kind of a wallpaper. How cool. I know you might be thinking I'm a little crazy, but just wait. Trust me, it's going to be absolutely beautiful.
I've thought that for 5 years.
Charity, we are standing in the main garage at the Monaco, but it does look a little bit different because,
just a little,
as you can see behind us, yeah, we're calling this, I think Mike said a mini Breck. I don't know if that's going to stick or not.
Mike makes stuff up.
But this is giving us a little bit of sneak peek of that new luxury model home that we're going to be building just a few miles from here. One of the things that I'm super excited about, we showed it in a previous episode. You may not recognize it, but we got the transom off of the old Solomon Simon farmhouse. Now, there were 2 panes of glass in there, so we separated them. We refurbished the one that said S. Simon to pay homage to the Simon family. Then we also took the other pane and then we created it and mimicked it as the Breckenridge Lodge. So both of those, once the Breckenridge Lodge is done, you can find it out there, but we've hung it out here and it looks phenomenal.
Cool. It's so cool, and it makes some history. We're trying to keep the history going. Well, we want to talk a little bit about the exterior of the new Breckenridge Lodge, and you can see some of the samples we've got here. You also can see the exact stone that we're going to use. If you come out to the Monaco, you can see we've put it on the wall here in the third bay of the garage. It definitely has that earthy tones, those browns. There's going to be a terracotta color, a green. We all know I'm a little obsessed with a green color. So very much earthy tones, lots of texture going on.
Yeah, we mentioned this is an 11,000 square foot home, and the backdrop to this is trees. What I love about the colors that we've picked is it blends just perfectly with the natural landscaping that is there and just makes it feel very proportional to, again, the space that we have.
We talk a lot about using metal accents on roofs. We've got a lot of that metal accent going on in the roof, not just in one place, in several different places here. Again, you can see the selection that we've got going on here, or I could just drop it too. That would work too. So we've got that. We've got a more of a brown tone on the roof. So no stark black in this house.
Yeah, now there's a couple interior spaces we want to talk about too. One of them is called the family gathering room, but I think we need to rename that to the lodge room, and that's probably going to be my favorite room. It's going to be one of those spaces you walk in, it's going to be nice, it's going to feel real big, almost like you walked into a ski lodge and you're like, there's the fireplace, there's the cup of coffee, I'm snuggling up in this room. That's what this room is going to feel like.
I expect you to say we'd find you in there with your bourbon sitting there, but that is exactly what it's going to feel like. Big fireplace, lots of stone. You're going to be hard pressed to find any spot in this house where you have a plain drywall wall. We're going to have lots of covering on all of the walls. It's going to feel really cozy in here. Definitely it's someplace that you're going to have to check out, and you're going to have a lot of fun as you watch us go through the process of building the Breckenridge Lodge.
So attached to the modern rustic lodge house that we call the Breckenridge is a home we call a carriage home or carriage house. And what style is it, Elizabeth?
So this is going to be urban industrial, and we're really excited about this space because we see a lot of barn dominiums and people come in and want that extra space. So we have taken this to the hilt. So we're talking a lot today about color, of course, and lighting. And this was an important space to get that nailed down perfectly because we have some tall ceilings. So in this space, we're going to have a living area and a game room.
And by the way, we should add it's 2,500 plus square feet.
Yes, this is bigger than most homes.
Yes.
And so it can be challenging to properly light a space like this and do the right windows. But with this big open layout, you'll see there's a lot of windows. So
some extra windows up here.
Every
clear
side
story,
of
transom,
this building has windows, so there's no void when you walk around it. But yes, we have the clear story windows, so there's going to be a lot of natural light that's going to flood that room. The upstairs is going to have a fitness area, so our wellness retreat.
Did I see a sauna room upstairs?
You saw a sauna. There's going to be a steam shower.
Place for massages. Supposedly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's
wow.
a lot of bathrooms in this home. So that whole second level is going to be a wellness retreat. And of course, it's going to have the proper lighting so it sets the mood, especially in that spa area.
And I noticed it also overlooks the incredible first floor.
It does. It overlooks the game area and the living area. Now, when we go back downstairs, what is so special about this is it does have living quarters. So it's going to have its own bedroom, its own bathroom, and then there's a kitchen. And my favorite feature about this whole building is the garage door in the
cool.
kitchen.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've never seen that
So
before.
it's going to be a glass door that opens to your countertop because we have a pool out there. So you can open this up. It's like you're outdoors. We have a covered veranda.
So you're going to stand at the kitchen sink and you're going to look through this glass garage door.
Yes,
That
so
is cool.
This is going to bring in more natural light to help. There's also a couple other windows in that kitchen. And then, of course, this does have a garage attached to it. So there's
Three-car garage.
a three-car
Yeah.
garage attached to this. We even put some windows in those garage doors as well. So we're going to have a lot of natural light that's flooding this home as well as the lighting that we put in here.
And the beautiful decor outside, again, a lot of stone, those darker colors, the greens, the browns. It's a pretty exciting place. I know what I'm going to do, Elizabeth. I'm going to live in the Breckenridge, and then I'm going to walk under my veranda, and I'm going to vacation in the carriage house.
That's the perfect staycation.
Isn't that exciting?
It is.
So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the guest suite over in the Carriage House. Now, this could be a place where family come to visit and they stay over there. This is like a dorm room, potentially.
They used to call it a mother-in-law suite because she's way over there.
Or second residence now,
Or
something like that.
the college kids who are coming home and they're going to be out till 3 o'clock in the morning and they're making all the noise. Keep them way over there. So we don't have to worry about them at all. But it is really a secondary house on the property.
It is, and in the suite itself, it's a beautiful area. We have a lovely bedroom, bathroom, and walk-in closet. Now, what's really important, we've talked a lot about windows and how that has to play in with the natural lighting, but what also goes with windows would be patio doors. And this suite area has a beautiful large patio door, so you can have your own private patio and living area over there as well. So what we're doing, because we have great natural lighting in this room, is we're going to play off some darker colors and go a little bit more into that color drenched trenching
Yes.
sort of a style in this room.
Now we're also using a lot of these, the
Yes.
reclaimed wood beams that we got out of the old barns and everything, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So we can go with a dark color on the walls because we're doing a lot of light natural wood tones in the accents on the walls, whether that's some ceiling work or maybe some wainscoting on the walls, things like that. We can go darker on the colors when we're doing lighter wood accents like you see over here. So that space is going to be absolutely beautiful, and we're going to carry that through the bathroom as well, and just have a very nice, comfortable, cozy place for your guests.
Not only that, this is also going to have a 3-car garage in it. And the beautiful thing about what we're doing is if you come out to the Monaco and take a look at that and wanted to get information on the Breckenridge, our 3rd-car garage in the Monaco is set up like the entrance to a lot of what the Carriage House will be inside the Breckenridge, correct?
It is, and what I love about this space, and what's actually a challenge when it comes to design, is tall ceilings. We needed tall ceilings in this 3-car garage area at the Carriage House, so that way if somebody could, maybe they like to work on cars or have a lot of classic cars, you could do a car lift in there. We want to make sure there was space for potentially a small camper or RV, things like that. But when you have tall ceilings, and especially a large space, how do we play with that lighting? It's
Right.
very important to make sure we have plenty of lights. We have beautiful large fixtures with lots of LED lights to brighten this place up. And then because of the tall ceilings, we want to make sure you can see well if it's a workshop, things like that. So we're going to keep the colors in there a little bit lighter. We have windows in the garage doors for that natural lighting. So we have that great mix of everything that you need in that space.
So there's so much going on with the Breckenridge Lodge and also the Carriage House next to it. We really invite you to come out and talk to us. Let us show you the prints. Let us show you the renderings. Let us show you how it's all coming together so that you can get your sneak peek before we open the doors on that house and you can get started on your build job right away.
Tony, I have so many more selections to make. We have all these other rooms. We have the spa area. I mean, isn't this so great? Like,
It is.
look at
It is
that.
fantastic and amazing, and you're right. We do have all of these things, but is your husband around? Because I don't feel like carrying these beams all by myself.
Oh yeah, he can do it.
All right, we'll let him do that. Perfect.
Hey, guys, we got to close.
Saddle up.
I've got a really great idea. Let's do this. Why don't you guys each say, what is your favorite part of the design so far to the process? What have you enjoyed the most so far?
Well, for me, it's got to be when we bring out that large equipment and we start shaping the ground, digging the ponds. We accentuate the natural beauty that's already there.
You know that I'm loving the design process and picking out things.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. I have picked out 2 of the countertops for the Breckenridge. I am
Only
practically.
2.
I'm practically
A decorator.
design. I'm a decorator. Yeah.
I'm going to piggyback on the selections. So I have to say the colors, because the colors are so different.
Yes.
You're not going to go through any other model home in our part of the country that's going to look like
So
this.
you think after the last 50 years, have we ever tried this kind of color?
We have not.
Wow.
No.
I do love dissecting the floor plan and making sure each piece and part flows together correctly. Might come with a few changes, but I do like that.
No changes.
Wait, one change is adding square feet is her definite professional
Very good.
way to
I
go.
love it.
And Kayla, I'm going to jump on what you said there because I didn't know how the Carriage House and the house were all going to tie together, but watching how everyone put that together, it's phenomenal.
My favorite part had to have been learning all of the history of that land, the Simon family, dating all the way back into the early 1800s. And it was just amazing. All of the stuff that we found on site and just a lot of history packed into that place.
Probably going to the family reunion.
I might.
We have hit cozy and comfortable on the nail on the head. I'm real excited about that.
No, it really is
Place
true.
for me to sort of take a rest.
Kelly, would you go ahead and close? It's getting late.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please pick up the phone and give us a call. Visit our website, or even better yet, come out to the Monaco to see this beautiful display of what the Breckenridge Lodge is going to be.
Tony, saddle up. We're going to race.
There's also, I'm sorry, you jumped on my line. It's fine. I'm not going to change it. So I was going to jump on yours.
I didn't do it.
It's
went
okay.
2 wrongs don't make a right. All right, Kayla, we're sitting here in the mini Breck and we're going to start talking about, can I not say that?
No, you can't. Can I laugh at it?
Yeah.